Righty. We are back once again. And we're going to see if we can figure out where to go next. Sherlock Holmes, The Awakened. I've managed to, I might have to close my door. I've managed to get to the next step. I really don't remember where I was originally, to be honest with you. First, intruder spied on Camilla from a distance and waited for a window of opportunity. It appeared when Camilla went to sleep, the man crept up to his shack, slipped narcotics down the chimney pipe with a brazier, blocked it with a cloth. Camilla inhaled the sedative and fell into a deep sleep. The intruder tried to move him, but the Maury man was heavier than expected. The intruder fell upon the sack and dropped his spyglass. In order to transport the servant, he used a garden cart. The last piece of the puzzle was opening the garden door. Luckily for the intruder, Camilla had the key in his shack. So I'll go back here and you'll get to see over here. I'm gonna have to find it. Bear with me. There it is. There's the narcotics the intruder put in the pipe. It burnt so that when he was asleep, it knocked him out. The intruder drug her out, put him on a cart out here, and took him out the door. Hey, let's go, day. What's up? Like a day. It looks like Lisk out there. I always mess up names. I'm so sorry. So the guy has been drugged. He's asleep. And the intruder has taken him out the door of the garden. Now, where we are from there, don't quite know yet. I still haven't gotten down the mechanics of this game, but I know you tap Q and it gives you the, like a mind view. Oh, doing great. Just trudging along like everybody else, you know? Just getting through life and trying to have a little bit of fun in between. Something's banging right here. Oh, it's just the wind blowing. It's one of these things you have to slowly investigate and try to figure out what's what. What's the banging? Nope, not there. Doesn't look like there's anything this way. So we've gotten past that part of the mystery. And this doesn't show you where you're at currently. It looks like the cart may have been drugged this way.
Wheels picked up grass along the way. Kimahir's cart, I gather. Wheels picked up grass along the way. Kimahir's cart, I gather. A large pile of horse droppings. Wheels picked up grass along the way. Kimahir's cart, I gather.
Playing any interesting games lately? So it looks like everything's going to go the other direction. Doesn't look like anything's going to happen this way. I don't see. I'm going to check this alley, but it doesn't look like there's anything this way. So nothing down this part of the alley. Nothing right here. Nothing right here, even though there's tracks. It's all tracks. So if the cart is right here, that means they must have transferred him to something else.
Many cigarette butts. Someone stood here for hours. There was a cab waiting here. Our abductor slipped in and then off into the night.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
Sturdy rope, professionally tied in a Portuguese bowline. This knot is often used by sailors to create a bosun's chair. Roy Soulsby. Could that be the name of our man? Sturdy rope, professionally tied in a Portuguese bowline. This knot is often used by sailors to create a bosun's chair. Wheels picked up grass along the way. Kimahia's cart, I gather. A strange substance. I have my suspicions based on the color and consistency, but would you care to hazard a guess, Doctor? Well, it's odorless, but from the way it absorbs water, I'd say saltpeter. Then we're in agreement. Well done.
Thank y'all. All right, so now the strange thing about this game, it doesn't necessarily tell you what to do next. You literally have to be adventurous and look around and explore. So now that I've got all of those clues, okay, you got to go to your case book and You literally have to pin the evidence. And once you pin the evidence, then you have a chance on finding where it might be. The Mind Palace will show us what you literally got to do. See, come here. You have to pin, hit X to pin that particular evidence, which is the calling card. And then you got to search and see if you can find it. And if the Mind Palace doesn't give you any clues, exactly. And I'm terrible at this game so far because I really don't have the mechanics down. So let's see. We found a wallet in the alley behind Stenwick's mansion, presumably that of the kidnapper. It was stained with a strange substance. Dr. Watson confirmed the substance to be potassium nitrate, also known as saltpeter. A sturdy rope perfectly tied in a Portuguese bowline, a sailor's knot, is lying on Camilla's cart. And it doesn't seem that there's anything else down here to alert me clue-wise.
Stenwick makes his servant live in a tool shed. You think you know someone.
Watson doesn't offer much insight. I don't know why it's alerting me back to here. We've done this hours ago. Ah, what are the notable features of the abductor? The Mind Palace is great in this thing. It's amazing. So let's see. It lets you know if you've got it correct. I'm wildly guessing here. So why would saltpeter explosion rocks the docks? Locals at the port of London had a rude awakening last night with loud bangs and thick red smoke disturbing the peace. Merchant ship Moskva had docked near Pier N3 in the early evening en route to Europe when it was rocked by several concussive explosions. The port authority is yet to comment on the incident, and it's unknown if any crew members were on board at the time. Eyewitness reports seeing the saltpeter leaking into the river, but with the area still off limits to workers and the public, it may be some time before we have a full account of what transpired. A sturdy rope perfectly tied in a Portuguese bowline, a sailor's knot, is lying on Camilla's cart. Okay. There's a spyglass on the floor at the entrance of Camilla's shack. Captain Stenwick does not recognize the object and has never seen his servant with it. The spyglass seems to belong to someone else. Someone spat chewing tobacco in the corner of the garden. Captain Stenwick and Camilla never used tobacco. We found a wallet in the alley behind Stenwick's mansion, presumably that of the kidnapper. It is stained with a strange substance. Dr. Watson confirmed the substance to be potassium nitrate, also known as saltpeter. There's a stack of clothes made of Hessen in Camilla's shack. Stenwick confirmed that Camilla always wore clothes made of sacks. That's interesting. But I can't make any of these connect. Let's check this out. In each chapter, questions will arise in the course of your investigation. Questions are shown in the Mind Palace. Answer all the questions to progress to the next chapter. This icon on the HUD notifies you when there's a new question to answer in the Mind Palace, or when you have enough evidence to answer one question. Press C to get to the case book, and then navigate to the Mind Palace. In the Mind Palace tab, select the question you want to answer. Evidence can be pinned to the screen. Certain investigative actions require pinned evidence. In concentration mode, certain points of interest appear when you have the relevant evidence pinned. Inquiries with passersby, Sherlock will only ask about pinned evidence. You can pin evidence from the case book. This icon indicates you must pin the evidence to proceed. X, press pin. Press X to pin the evidence. You can also pin the evidence from the HUD. Press the arrow up to pin evidence without opening the case book. Scroll through the evidence until you see the one you need. Pin the evidence using concentration when this icon appears in HUD. Check the casebook to see what evidence might be necessary. Press Q to activate concentration. A wavy green circle indicates a point of interest and hints that you should concentrate. While using concentration, wait for Sherlock to notice details about the object or even deduce what may now be missing. In the casebook, this icon on a piece of evidence indicates that you need to use concentration. So that I, okay? This indication shows that you can interact with imagination. Press Q to activate concentration in order to interact with imagination. Inside concentration, small spheres, synapses, will appear near important clues. New figures unlock while you progress through the investigation. Interact with the synapses to switch between several interpretations of the scene. Sherlock has various instruments to investigate a scene. Investigative instruments help to inspect and analyze different objects. After some actions, you might obtain new evidence or an update to an existing one. This icon marks interactive points on the scene. Z to highlight interactive areas within the environment around you. Sometimes Sherlock will need to take a closer look at that area. See how many points there are to find at the top of the screen. Hold when focus is yellow and examine the clue. Some objects have to be rotated to inspect them thoroughly. Rotate the object to find interesting spots you might interact with. The use spot will gray out. While you can always manually exit the rotation, the action will not count until all points are found. When all points are found, the rotation will end automatically. Sherlock has special tricks to make anybody talk. Sherlock will often talk to victims and interrogate suspects. This icon will appear above the evidence. This icon above evidence means that you can talk to someone about the case. In conversations, different dialogue options will lead to different and interesting outcomes. Dialogue choices in the white text are optional, while the dialogue choice in the yellow text will progress the conversation. Select Observe in a dialogue to examine someone. After observation, Sherlock will construct a character portrait summarizing their key attributes. When the focus rectangle turns yellow, hold the button to inspect the detail more closely. The bar at the top of the screen indicates how many details remain to be inspected. After you have observed someone, you can choose between two interpretations of their character portrait. Space, hold to confirm your version. An incorrect character portrait may affect the way a person interacts with you going forward, so choose carefully. The character portrait will be added to your casebook as evidence. Choose Provide Evidence in a dialogue to ask a character about a clue in your casebook. You will be shown a list of all the evidence you've collected for the case. Space, press to ask the person about the currently highlighted evidence. If the person knows something about this clue, the conversation will commence. Afterwards, new evidence will be added to your casebook or an existing clue will be updated. Some people will need convincing before they're completely honest with you. In such cases, you will see a confront option. Note that once selected, you might not be able to back out. The confront option opens a special interface where you have to select the correct evidence for each of the statements. For each category, Sherlock will point to the evidence and the character will react to it either positively or negatively. A tick or cross symbol indicates if your selection was successful. The confrontation will only succeed if you correctly provide all three pieces of evidence. Find documents connected to your case in the archive. Sherlock can always access different archives while investigating a case if needed. Evidence with this icon can grant you access to the archives. Evidence to use in the archives will contain information to help choose the categories. Select all three criteria from available categories to perform the search. You can only choose one criteria from each category. The categories you've chosen will be shown at the bottom. H, press in the archives interface to receive a hint. And then a bonus. Bonus follows your game progression and unlocks rewards for you. You can find your progress and rewards by accessing the bonus in the game menu. Press escape to open the game menu and navigate to the bonus. All rewards are broken into three categories: outfits, collectibles, and concept art. Each reward has a requirement in its points in order to unlock it. You receive points by performing various investigation actions through your progression in the game. Optional actions give points too. Warning: if you start a new game, you will lose all your points and rewards. To save your progress, you must finish the game. To unlock all the rewards, you may have to finish the game and replay it several times. You can access unlocked outfits inside your wardrobe. Other unlocked rewards can be accessed from the bonus interface. Below the rewards themselves, you can see your current overall progression as well as the points needed to unlock your next reward. So you see, this is pointing us, if y'all notice, this is saying we've got something that we need to do in the Mind Palace. And this one on the left is pulsating. We've done this. So why? Book from Barnes. Among our morning deliveries is a book for Watson. It was from Mr. Barnes, the bookseller. Ha ha ha, Barnes. I love it. Who prefers to do deliveries himself. Attached to the books is Barnes' business card, which includes the address of his store just around the corner. Okay, so now this is also pulsating. Why is Mr. Barnes acting so strangely? Because he's in love with Miss Fleming. There's a cactus with impressive spines on Miss Fleming's flower stand. The pot is cracked. It appears to have taken a blow, but the impact was softened by something. Why are these still pulsating? There's nothing there. That is not matching up at all. Well, according to what I read earlier, no. I have no idea. That's what I'm talking about. There's just all the evidence is over there. So that has to mean totally lost. Larfin, Lady Catastrophe, Landon Ryan, Biscaday, and Trilogy. Welcome. Appreciate y'all watching. While I try to figure this out, this is probably very boring for y'all, but I don't know how to progress next. It's this game is it's not as easy as it seems. so apparently we do not have all of the apparently we do not have all of the evidence out here yet, but I don't see anything else as we walk by. I'm gonna show y'all what we're looking for. You literally have to walk around until you start seeing. See, these are grayed out because I've already done them, but if you see this circle that's in the center right there on that cart, and then on the ground right here too, that's what we're looking for, but they're going to be white for the things that we haven't discovered yet. So we literally have to walk around until we see these things. You have to explore, because apparently we don't have everything we need to answer the next questions. But I want to go back and make sure that there's nothing in the alley. See, it's obvious when you come across it, because it does that. So it's really obvious if there's something that you need to focus on. That's areas you need to investigate. There's nothing by the door. And I don't think there's anything back this way, but I want to check it. Nothing back here. Nothing's highlighting on this cart. Nothing along the wall. Nothing by the gate. So the whole alleyway is clear. From what I've seen so far, Lindy Ron, it's kind of just in the area that you're in. I think it's pretty self-contained. I haven't seen where I've had to backtrack. So everything should relatively be in this area. There was stuff here, and I cleared all this out already. There doesn't seem to be anything else here. Nothing here. Now maybe I need to go back and talk to that man again, which in that case I'd be backtracking. I don't really know is the real answer. Watson.
Yes, Denwick is no angel, but he's one of my few clients. Please try to remain courteous.
Okay. I'm gonna go back. Tell me when I get there. I don't know which one you meant. You mean over here? Can't get in here. Can't get in here. I went through this one. Can't get in that yard right there. It's got a gate on it. And this one's got the double gate, which I went in. Yeah, there was. Yeah, this one's got 2 open gates, but kind of looked around. Let me see what Z does. I don't see Q, E, C. Hold to enlarge a picture of the evidence. Because when I hit Z, it does that, but I mean, nothing's highlighted. So I'm guessing I need to go into the street on the other side. But thank you. It's very possible I missed something. To me, it's easy to miss stuff. See, if there's anything that you can click on when you hit Z, and it's like it scans the area, it highlights the things that are clickable. So I want to go do that real quick just to make sure down that alley. I want to do it here. Come on, Sherlock. Nothing there. And then you got to wait a few seconds because you can't do it that often. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah. Nothing. There's nothing down here. Okay, nothing. Yeah, it seems like a sonar type thing. I would agree. No, I can't even get to that boat. The chain, I thought of that too. The chain blocks my access. Nothing but Watson. Good catch. So we know all this was done. Let me stop right here. Nothing else. It's tough. I literally don't know what to do next. I love the game. It's a lot of fun, but it's very difficult to know what to do. Well, you had a good idea earlier. Let's backtrack and see if there's anything else. I don't know if you have to backtrack. Sometimes in real investigations you do. See, he's still saying the same thing he said.
Do your job.
No, there's nothing. And all this we've already investigated. So there's nothing else right here. That's lighting up because we've already covered it, as will all of these. You see all that? That's all areas we've been through. Nothing in this area to click on. Nope, this is all a dead end. don't know what we would do back on Baker Street, but maybe. Yeah, this is Stenwick's Manor. We're running behind Stenwick's Manor here. Wait. That's the manor. So we're standing right here. So Baker Street's here. Let's go home and see if there's anything. So Baker Street should be right here, if I'm correct.
Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here. Why don't you give me another shilling now? Because I'm sure I'll spot something else soon. No? Earlier the other day when I was delivering papers, I heard noises from your apartment. It sounded like the doctor was yelling in his sleep. My boss pays by the hour. No sense in returning early. My boss pays by the hour. No sense in returning early. My boss pays by the hour. No sense in returning early. Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here.
I don't know if this will do any good or not. This is one of those games you gotta kind of go everywhere. Okay, this is highlighting.
I'm close. I know it. I just need one more piece to crack the case.
Well, that didn't help.
This disappearance is intriguing, no? I cannot make head nor tail of it.
Fun game, but I have no clue what to do next. This keeps pointing to these two, but they're both already answered. We've answered these. There's nothing else I need to do. The pieces of evidence connected is answered. And you would think with these others that I have enough evidence but none of them are adding up. When it, I'll show you what it looks like. When it connects, it automatically turns green when you answer everything correctly. And that's what I'm looking to do. You just got to select one to the next. And when you answer the evidence correctly, everything turns green and this will turn green. The text of the question. It's like I don't have all the evidence. Because you see, you notice when I did this, how there's other things that pop up? Look at that. It's like it's telling me that there is other evidence that I don't have. Yeah, we were by the Stenwick's Manor before. Yeah, watch. We were here. We were at Stenwick's Manor. We came out the front, walked around. No, we came out the front here. This is the back of the manor. This is the alley and everything we were just hunting down. See the gates? We walked up here. These are the yards we toured. We went and looked at. This is where we found the latest piece of evidence right here. And then we walked this way. Maybe I need to go further than that. This says I need to do something. And these are pulsating, but these are, it looks like that maybe they're pulsating because these are figured out. These are not figured out, which is what I'm trying to do and see if none of this matched up though. I connected every single one of these. None of that's adding up. And none of this is highlighted. So maybe we just need to go further up the street and see if anything. Yeah, the garden is where we found the original evidence. The garden, the garden is where we picked up the spyglass, the chewing tobacco, and I think the clothes. See, we can't go any further up this way. The best head in town. Get it at Lucky's Bar. Uh-oh, look, something. There we go. This is, I don't think this is an area we've been to yet. Look. There's something new.
Impressive stature, strong gaze. I think this man deserves a knighthood. Really,
Oh.
Holmes? Can you be so sure? On rare occasions, Watson, it can suffice to trust one's gut.
Arthur Conan Doyle. Just a tribute statue to him. I like that. That's cool. Ugh. This guy's taking him a whiz. I'm about to go cheat. Maybe we'll just go back in the bookstore. Oh, look, the little kitty. Can't go in any of this. I doubt it, but I'm gonna see. If you can, it'll have the target over him when. Nope, you can't. This is actually tougher than Call of Cthulhu. This is definitely nerve-wracking. I have no idea where to go next, but there's nothing clickable. There's got to be something in that alley that we didn't do. I'm gonna probably YouTube it. Oh, look where we're at. We're on the other side of the gate where we were from the alley earlier. See, earlier we were investigating here. We just came up right here behind it. This is where we are right now. Because that's looking up the waterway and the boat ramp, the boat dock where we went. Look at him standing there with his knife ready to kill. Excellent graffiti. Oh, I went in there already. Nobody there to talk to? Go back in the bookstore. Oh no! Feel free to tell me what's next. I have no problem because, I mean, we won't progress unless I do that.
This disappearance is intriguing, no? I cannot make head nor tail of it.
That doesn't hurt my feelings. Help me out.
Okay, okay, not just tomorrow. A whole week's worth. How does that sound? You're right, I could do more. Next time you move house, I'll be there to help. I'm great with boxes.
I've already, everything in here, I've already been through it and investigated it all. So
Barnes has a dog now. Who's a good boy? Barnes has a dog now. Who's a good boy?
yeah, gotta YouTube it. I have no clue. Yep, and we've done everything in the bookstore. Well, I thought I selected that. Give me a second. What are the notable features of the abductor? Footprints. Okay. Spyglass. Thought we did that, but and then the sailor's not. You the miracle worker. You are the miracle worker. Perfect. So you have to combine them across different screens. I didn't realize that from the first two clues that I did. A particular knot, spyglass, and the footprint of a working man's boots. They all add up to one conclusion. Mia's abductor is a sailor. All right, so now, where does the trail lead? Oh, this could get nasty. Where does the trail lead? Okay. Strand. Wallet with a scepter. All evidence points to the... See, I had all these clues. I just didn't know what to freaking do with them. Oh, I'm stuck. Well, now that Camilla's kidnapper is most likely a sailor, that his wallet bears saltpeter residue, and that there was a recent saltpeter accident in the port of London. Everything suggests that to find Camilla, we must head to the port of London. There's no time to lose. It's vital we find a cab to the port immediately. Then all of these.
The Strand proved not so useless after all. The saltpeter accident. Doctor, do you recall?
The Port of London, of course. The footwear, the spyglass.
Indeed. We shall need to take a cab there.
Ah, there we go. Yeah, we finished everything here.
The Port of London, please. I will show you where to stop.
This is a lot of fun. Now we're going into areas of the game I got no clue about. Chapter 2, The Blood Red Knight. So exciting.
Mr. Holmes, what a compelling mystery we have stumbled upon. Perhaps I have the premise of my next novel.
One kidnapping does not a story make.
Stop! A black cat crossed before us. It's a bad omen.
Do not take you for the superstitious type, Doctor. Such things are mere fantasies, tricks of a feeble mind. One imagines a physician would keep a surer footing in reality.
Perhaps, before the war, my time abroad was difficult. Once, I came across an Afghan, bleeding, who I could not save. He pressed a rosary into my hand. A gift, he said, so as to gain God's favor after that.
Dr. Watson?
Yes, well, I shan't get into details, but sometime later I found myself lost in the desert. Dehydration set in, and things grew ever more dire. The man's words came to me. I said a prayer and placed the rosary on a rock. A gift to gain God's favor.
And you were rescued.
Yes. A detachment of British soldiers found me.
To whom I'm grateful. Without their diligence, you would not be standing here and I would not have this case.
I'm sure you have another explanation prepared, Mr. Holmes, but I think I shall cling to the occasional superstition all the same.
To each his own, Dr. Watson. So long as it does not interfere with my methods, do it. We must press on, cat or no cat. The question remains, why abduct Kimmer here?
Kimmer here. See, I was saying that wrong. Hey, Jellyfin, how's it going, bud? I was chatting with you earlier, but I guess you were just lurking. You weren't actually watching. Hope everything's been good. I hadn't seen you for a while. I was hoping we get to go into the bar. The Cursed Mermaid. How you been, bud?
Oh, hardly a reputable establishment.
I've seen worse.
Missing person. Help Gervish missing for a week. Please tell if you see him. Ask Dea in Port Shantytown. Red rag over house entrance. Will destroy pests of any kind and complexity. Accept payment cash only. Ask Gervant. Tickets to Oakmount, Massachusetts are still available. Charon will depart next Tuesday from Pier N2. Move, Watson. Get out the way. Let me talk to the barmaid here before I try to go. Move, Watson.
Greetings, miss. I'm hoping you can help us.
We shall soon see.
I heard tell of a recent explosion in the port. What do you know of it?
Ah, yes. Something exploded in a ship's cargo hold. Caused a terrible blaze. The sky was red with smoke till morning.
Where precisely did it occur?
The ship sank near the third pier, next to the dockyard.
Barmaids in early stages of pregnancy, hence the slightly distended belly and hints of morning nausea. Chapped lips and pale face indicate a lack of proper nutrition. However, clearly has yet to know of her pregnancy. She keeps wearing her usual clothes, which are now too tight for her. Barmaid in the early stages of pregnancy, hence the slightly distended belly and hints of morning nausea. Chapped lips and pale face indicate a lack of proper nutrition. However, she tries to hide her swollen belly by wearing trousers that are too tight for her. I think she'd know. What do you think? Which one should I pick? I have to choose one of the two. I think she knows her pregnancy. I think she's trying to hide it. I don't think she's unaware of it. Hey, no worries, bud. I think she's trying to hide it. I'm glad it's the weekend too. Doing fine over here. We're doing fine.
Your clothes are already tight, and soon they won't fit at all. How far along you?
I thought I'd hidden it better. How did you know? Are you a doctor?
In a manner of speaking.
He's not. He merely has the ego of one. I apologize, miss. Mr. Holmes is fond of his observations, but I am the doctor here, not him. Do you need any help?
I'm fine, thank you. I would rather not discuss my condition, nor let word of it spread.
My colleague and I are seeking a burly man, above average height, with workman's boots.
Half my customers, then. Your description hardly narrows things down.
Are you familiar with a Roy Soulsby?
Roy Soulsby? I know the name, but he's not one of my regulars. My guess is that he works somewhere around here. Never heard of it.
What do you know about this poster?
A foreign woman asked to put it up. She's plastered them all over the port.
Any clues as to her whereabouts?
None. It was hard to understand what she was saying.
Wait. Yeah, now we can go in the back door. Well, there's two areas. Oh no, I don't want to come back here yet. Let's go check out the other door. Oh, there's just different exits.
It appears that the saltpeter explosion rattled the locals. Can't blame them for staying at home.
I wonder. So we came in the front door over here. So there's three exits to this. This is really so cool. And if you notice, look how my clothes is getting more wet the more I stay out in the rain. That's cool. Mine and Watson's, look. We're soaked. Oh, appears there's nothing in this area. I mean, the graphics look so real. That's cool. Look, I'm a peeping Tom. There's a place we can go into.
Hello, lad. Is this where I may find Dea?
You read the poster? Yes? You know where my brother Girves is?
Sadly, no. Well, not yet. I want to speak to Dea. Is she around?
Amma, my mother. She got sick after the fire. Big red smoke. She couldn't breathe, so I took her to the doctor. Now I am in charge.
Where did you last see Girves?
He worked at a, warehouse. This man, Roy Solby, gave him the job. He paid him a necklace.
Do you still have the necklace that Solsby gave to Girves?
Girves left it near the, shrine. I tried to sell it to buy Amma medicine, but no one wanted to buy.
How would you describe this Solsby?
He was big and strong. He had a big scary eye.
Big
Scary, you say?
scary eye.
Yes, like it was made of metal.
Don't go anywhere.
I miss Girves. Do you think he's okay?
This cheap pendant looks like silver, but it's only made of tin. No surprise the boy couldn't sell it.
You think Sherlock
Amma put out the posters.
would give him some
If she
coin?
hadn't been in the smoke so long,
Sherlock Holmes and all the books
maybe
I've
she
read would
wouldn't
give
be
him
sick.
coin and feed the boy so he'd have some money for food or something. I'm a little disappointed this one doesn't do that. That would be more like the real Sherlock.
It's a large harbor. If our kidnapper is hiding here, finding him won't be easy.
Can't go in those two. Okay. Oh shit, I just realized we're right next to a ship. I need a short break. Give me 1 second and I'll be right back. All righty. Let's see. Nope. Can't talk to her. Yep, I had to go, whoops. Refresh my drink. So let's see where we're at. I guess where we were a second ago, there's nothing down there. Let's head this way. Thank you, thank you. Oh, we found something to click on. Strong men needed for honest work. Apply for details at the pub any Wednesday. Star of Gibraltar is seeking a carpenter and an able seaman. Write Captain Jacob Leadenhall, Street Post Office. Okay, we were on the side of that ship a few minutes ago. We're definitely on the other side of these docks or whatever it is. Look, he's got my bottle of rum right there. Oh, the dog died. That's some awfully flat fish. I didn't think you could jump in the water. Where'd it put us? Oh, it just put us back at the very beginning. I don't think the dog's dead. I think it just laid down. Nope, nothing there. I know not to jump in the water. Okay. It looks like this was a dead end. That's the bar, which we've already been into. Maybe not. Here we go again. This is just the other side where we just came out of. Boy of around 10 years of age resides in one of the port shanties. He looks to be from Nepal, is both exhausted and malnourished. Sherlock didn't give me any money for food. I said that earlier. His mother, Dea, is at the local clinic due to her falling sick from the incident's use. The boy says his brother, Givesh, disappeared after Roy Soulsby, a strong man with a metallic eye, hired him. He also mentions that Givesh left a pendant, which is meant to be his first payment on the altar. I forgot what it said that symbol meant. Barmaid is in the early stages of pregnancy, hence slightly distended belly and hints of morning nausea. Chapped lips and a pale face indicate a lack of proper nutrition, however. She tries hiding her swollen belly by wearing trousers that are too tight for her. The pendant looks silver, but it's actually made of tin. The Nepal boy says that Roy Soulsby gave the pendant to Gervish, who left it with his family so they could hopefully sell it. Missing person poster. Help. Gervish missing for a week. Please tell if you see him. Ask Dea in Port Shantytown. Red rag over house entrance. Soulsby's calling card. Found at the scene of Kamhia's abduction. The card has some text printed on it that reads Roy Soulsby in London. And then Kamhia's disappearance. Kamhia's abductor is likely a sailor from the port of London. He is a bulky man wearing a size 11 shoes with worn out soles. See, we don't have all the clues. We got to get all the clues in order to get the rest of this. So I've got more clues to find. Talk to the case participant. Ask the people around you. So, talk to the case participant. So we need to talk to Dea. We probably have to find Dea. And for this, we got to talk to Roy Soulsby and the people around town. So we need to find Dea, which is supposedly at some clinic. Okay, that ship's in dry dock. Oh, get out the way. Worried about you? Get out my damn way.
Not in the mood, mate. Shoo!
Pardon me, sir. I am looking for Roy.
Not again. Yes, I'm Roy, but I can't help you find your uncle or whoever you've lost.
Now, what makes you think I would inquire about missing people?
You are the fourth person to ask this week. Just because I work at the port doesn't mean I keep track of everyone who comes here.
You say we are not the first to ask you about a disappearance. Do you recall anything about those who came inquiring?
I only remember the foreign woman. I didn't catch her name, but those are her posters hanging up everywhere. She has badgered me twice now, and I still don't know nothing.
And this woman can be found?
No clue. She was talking gibberish.
May I ask what you're doing here?
This is where the ship sank the other day. I'm trying to work out how we'll remove it.
Now, where was I?
He's of English blood, around 5'5", has an average build. His lack of muscle tone implies that he's hardly strong. Mr. Soulsby does not seem to look like Kimhia's, I can't ever say that, Kimhia's abductor. His left palm bears several stamping stains. Some letters remain visible. H.M. Cuz. Apparently, Mr. Soulsby is the customs officer. He holds a brand new Waltham Hillside watch in his pocket. Only a corrupt customs officer can afford such a thing. He is of English blood, around 5'5", has an average build. Okay, I read that. His palm bears several stamping stains, so that they're identical, really. So, is he corrupt or is he a thief? He may have stolen it. Only a corrupt customs officer can afford such a thing. Corrupt or a thief? I know what I'm leaning towards. I'm just curious as to what everybody in chat is leaning towards. Yeah, he doesn't have the air of a thief to me either, because he wasn't as testy as a thief would be. A thief wouldn't really talk to you outright. Someone who's corrupt that would want to make some kind of back end deal would have a little more charisma. Even though this guy didn't have a ton, he'd want to talk to you and chat you out. A thief wouldn't chat you out at all. Oh, give me 1 second. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm going to go with corrupt. What am I providing evidence for? Let's provide this about the little boy and see what's up.
I have been told that you hired Dea's son, Girves, right before he vanished. His brother also said you had a metal eye. What do you make of this?
Tell that him to stop making things up. Sorry, doesn't ring a bell. Sorry, doesn't ring a bell.
Have you seen this before?
My card? Where did you dig that up?
At a crime scene near Baker Street involving a young servant's kidnapping, I might add.
No. Someone used it without my consent. How else would it end up there?
Oh, I guess I can only pick 3. This is just so freaking cool.
That boat explosion stopped most traffic coming into the port. Guess I'll be without work for a while.
See, we still have to find Dea at a local clinic. That is key.
I wonder why people are going missing. Puts a man on edge, you know.
Yeah, I don't think he knows anything about the missing people.
Moskva. Sounds like this ship was from the east.
My money is on a loose cigarette or a discarded match. One careless throw and boom.
Do with a pint of the cursed mermaid. But the thought of walking in this fog. I need a little Dutch courage to walk in this fog. But I'd have to walk through the fog to get to the pub. That's just cruel, that is.
Oh, walking through the fog?
Dutch courage to walk in this fog. But I'd have to walk through the fog to get to the pub. That's just cruel, that is.
Next thing, I have to find Dea in this clinic wherever she's at.
How can I help? I could try and flag someone down. If we stay out much longer, I'm going to need some supper. Do you feel like a meat pie? If we stay out much longer, I'm going to need some supper. Do you feel like a meat pie?
So now we've hit Shantytown, Cursed Mermaid, and Pier 3. Warehouses. And this is the nasty part of London, huh? Got all kind of goobly goop all over the damn place. So there's nothing right here. That's not a door we can go through. Okay. Oh wait, that's where we came in. Railroad cart wheels. I forget the name of it, but there's a name for that. Somebody left a fish behind. Well, these people, I mean, could you imagine that? As hungry as all these people are, there's a fish right there that someone could cook up and eat. I mean, if you're hungry, fish is good. Move, Watson. Get the flippity flip out the way.
If we stay out much longer, I'm going to need some supper. Do you feel like a meat pie?
Okay, apparently I need something to open this. This is accessible, but locked. Okay, so warehouse number 12. I just got to figure out how to get in it. Ooh!
The planks were broken with force. The planks were broken with force.
Well, what does that frickin' do for
If
me?
we stay out much longer, I'm going to need some supper.
Planks were
Do you feel
broken
like a
with
meat
force.
pie?
The planks were broken with force.
don't think we have all the evidence. We're missing other pieces of evidence. Hmm. Where am I at? I'm at the warehouse. Oh, that's Watson. I have no idea how to get out of here. This is getting boring for y'all. I'm sorry. I want to go back to the bar. But in order to go back there, I got to figure out how in the hell to get there. We'll move. Man on a mission here. I really don't know how to get out of here. Help.
Have you ever heard of a man with a metallic eye?
I've seen him even. Dirty Summers is the name. A nasty lout with a silver ball in place of a missing eye.
I shudder to ask, but where does one find a Dirty Summers?
He likely signed on with a ship. I am not one to spy on others, let alone him.
I see.
My advice, keep away from him.
Oh, got lucky. What game you playing? Apparently, Dirty Summers is Kim Hia's kidnapper. Seems that Roy Soulsby could be Summers' accomplice.
What can I get you? After the incident the other day, it seems customers are staying at home.
The First Descendant, is that on Steam? Looks like sci-fi. At least the cinematic graphics look really good. Woo! Ear was itching. My son and one of my daughters play a little bit of Warframe. I think they both really like it. Preview looks pretty good. I may have to check that out. Nexion Games and Company Limited. Actually looks pretty cool. I may have to give that a go. All right, Sherlock. So now what's next? Oh, actually, it's getting a bit late. I may end up calling it here. Hate to disappoint. I appreciate everybody tuning in and watching and all that, but may go chillax with something else. Maybe play a little bit of DDO before I call it a night. But I definitely appreciate everybody tuning in and watching. I thank y'all a ton. This is a lot of fun. I will stream this some more because it is a really cool game to play. Especially I'm getting a little bit more used to the game mechanics. Yeah, you and Sean both. Lady Catastrophe is the daughter I was referring to. She's one of my sweethearts. Ooh, that reminds me. Yeah, baby. I will soon talk to everyone later. Probably going to end up streaming some more tomorrow. I may do Call of Cthulhu tomorrow. Kind of change it up, but it's a story-based game. Lovecraftian, obviously. Kind of like this Sherlock Holmes The Awakened. After playing this one, I want to get all these Sherlock Holmes games because I've read every Sherlock Holmes story that's out there. Always been a big Sherlock Holmes fan, and I love this world. It's a lot of fun, but hope everyone has a good night. I thank y'all for watching. Take care, stay safe, and I will talk to everyone soon. I definitely appreciate it. Good night.